Hello, Gemini. My name is Agatha, and this is the astrology and tarot reading for the month of February 2019. It's a very general reading. If you like your own personal consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. So let's start with the astrology reading. On the 4th of February 2019, there's a new moon at 15 degrees of Aquarius. In your case, Gemini, this new moon is going to happen in your 9th house. So for some of you, you might be emigrating to a new country to work, or to study even. You might finally have the papers, the visa that you've required. Others, if it's nothing like that, you might be getting married, to someone who is a foreigner. And finally you have all the documentation necessary for you to get married to your fiance, or you are the one who's moving in order to get married, to go and get married to someone who's living abroad, not necessarily someone who's a foreigner, but someone who's living abroad. If it's not that, you're traveling because you always wanted to travel. It's a vacation, you're going to a place you always wanted to visit, let's say Paris, I don't know, Venice, Rome, something like that, any other country that you always wanted to visit. Or if you're not traveling yet, you're like planning out, you're buying the ticket, you're reserving your hotel room, something like that, so you can go on that trip. I don't know, 3 months from now, 4 months, 5 months from now. And if it's not that, this could also be, you starting, anything connected with the religion and spirituality. Maybe you're like starting an astrology course, a tarot course, a rune course, something like that, something that really interests you, Gemini. If it's not that, and you can do it online, by the way, if it's not that, it could be that the 9th house is also a house connected with in-laws. So you might be getting any in-law who's a foreigner, for instance. You might be even traveling to go and to go to the marriage. Let's say, I'm going to give you an example here, to the marriage of your cousin or sister or brother who's going to get married abroad with a foreign person. I don't know. So your in-law might be foreign, or it could be like, I'm thinking more like a male in-law. Okay, if it's not that, the 9th house is also the house connected with law. So with a court case, there might be some sort of court case. You might be getting the help of a friend to help you out in this court case. Now, why is this a court case? I'm going to give you a scenario. I'm not telling you that this is going to happen, but just an example. Let's say that you are divorcing. You are already divorced. Let's say that you are already divorced, Gemini, and your spouse or your ex took your child or your kids abroad, and now you are like kind of forced to enter the papers on some sort of foreign tribunal in order to be able to see your kids or something like that. For instance, it could be something like that. Not necessarily, but some sort of court case. Okay, it could be some sort of court case, Gemini. Then on the 19th of February 2019, there's a full moon at 0 degrees of Virgo. In your case, this full moon is going to happen in your 4th house. So it could be literally you moving out. Because you're moving to another country. If you are indeed immigrating, you're moving to another country. And so you're moving out, and you're around the 19th of February. Finally, you have a place to stay in. So you've rented another place, for instance, And this place that you get, you feel that it's like almost, how do you say, almost given to you. Not given, but it's kind of like a miracle that you found this place, and it really makes you feel comfortable and even secluded. It's a kind of a cozy place. Others, if it's not that, you selling your house, or you buying your first house. And if it's not that at all, it could also be that someone in your family, someone close, is getting, how do you say, is retiring. So it could be, for instance, like your older sister is retiring. I'm just giving you this as an example. It could be anyone else, like mother, father, grandmother, grandfather. I'm thinking a female in your family, in your close family, is retiring. Maybe for some it's because of illness, because of illness this person needs to retire. I really hope that's not the case, but it could be that. It could be that. So this is the astrology part. Now we're gonna go to the tarot part. So let's see, 550. So the tarot, I'm using the mini Connolly tarot deck, and this is going to be beginning, middle, and end of the month. I have to tell you about why I'm not uploading all that much to YouTube. I really don't have the time. I have a full-time job and it takes a lot of my time, and when finally I get home I want to sleep and I have other things to do. So I really don't have the time to be uploading all that much to YouTube. Plus whenever I upload, it's really, my views are really falling, so it's like I feel like no one sees my videos. So it kind of feels like, what's the point if no one's seeing? There's very little views. So that's, that's all of these reasons. Anyway, so let's go to the tarot reading. In the beginning of the month you have the 9 of Cups. So a wish gets fulfilled. You're very happy because something that you always wanted to do, always wanted to have, you finally get to have it. Maybe it's traveling abroad. Maybe it's like visiting Rome. Maybe Rome or any other foreign place, or immigrating to another country, going live in another country. A wish comes true. And then in the middle of the month you have the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is like some sort of inner conflict. You kind of feel guilty because you got your wish fulfilled, whatever this wish was, and you feel some sort of conflict, or others around you, they don't like the fact that you got your wish fulfilled, and they're like being a bit aggressive with you. If it's not that, it is that although you do have your wish fulfilled, there's some sort of trouble and things don't flow immediately the way you wanted them to flow. So maybe there's like, for instance, paper, like documentation trouble, and you need this and you need that. Things don't flow easily, in the middle of the month, okay? But then at the end of the month you have the 6 of Swords, so which is things finally came through and everything is flowing, and finally you get to do whatever it is that you wanted to do, whatever your wish was. So if you like traveling, finally at the end of the month you can travel. Finally you have all the documentation. If you're gonna go and emigrate to another country in order to work or to study, finally you get to do that at the end of the month. If there's some sort of inner conflict with you because you feel guilty that you got your wish fulfilled, you move away from that. You don't judge yourself, and finally you you feel more harmony within yourself. And if it's not that, if someone is being a jerk to you because you got something you always wanted, you move away from that conflict. You don't engage in that conflict, and you go out and you do your own thing and just travel. I don't know, everything is fine. At the end of the month, everything is fine and flowing. Okay, Gemini? So that's it. This is the reading that I have for you for February 2019. Gemini, it's a very general reading. If you'd like your own personal consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.